Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott Selections here for Friday, June 18th. Before we get into today's play of the day, quick recap what happened yesterday. We had a nice, easy winner with the Bucks first half, -3.5 at -110 on BetOnline, as they led by double digits after the first 24. Really never in doubt. The Nets cut it to 5 a couple of times there, but Milwaukee went on a run and ended up putting it out of reach with the last minute or so to spare. So, never in doubt, look for another easy winner here on Friday. And for the play that we're going to be sticking with basketball, it's going to be on the Eastern Conference game between the 76ers and the Hawks, taking place at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play that we're going to be taking a pretty obscure angle that I think possesses a lot of value in the spot. And it's going to be on the 76ers first quarter, -0.5 at -122 on FanDuel. Time recording of 1:55 a.m. Eastern Time. Now, I'm sure a lot of you might be wondering, 76ers first quarter, what is this guy talking about? And let me just break it down for you. First of all, as a lot of people know, Philadelphia in this game is laying 3, which is pretty warranted because of the fact that they've been up double digits in the last couple of games before choking, which is a staple of the Doc Rivers coaching philosophy. But if you want to talk about one consistency regarding these two teams, is the fact that Philadelphia is really good in the first quarter and Atlanta is not. And you can see how that has definitely showcased itself during this series. Now, game 1, Atlanta got off to a very hot start and ended up scoring 40-plus points in the first quarter. However, for game 2, game 3, game 4, and game 5, in each of those games, Philadelphia was winning by at least 8 points after the first 12 minutes of the game. So the 76ers have been phenomenal at getting off to hot starts in this series, and I do think Atlanta, who so far over the last couple of games, despite winning the last 2, have seen themselves have to overcome some pretty, I'd say, intense deficits. And although they've been able to do that for the first quarter itself, Philadelphia, I do think, in a must-win game for an elimination game after getting embarrassed on their home floor, I think they're going to come out, and I think that they're going to get off to a pretty good start. Now, it's kind of similar to my logic for taking Milwaukee first half yesterday. People wonder how teams respond to adversity and how teams respond to an all-time collapse. You saw what the Bucks did, and they look good. They did what they needed to do. They made some adjustments, and they took care of business. Now, this game is on the road, but I do think Philadelphia, if you saw what Embiid did in the first quarter of Game 5, I believe he went 8 for 8 or 9 for 9. Embiid is really, really good early in games before fatigue eventually wears him down, which was Capello's point when he roasted him for it a couple of days ago. But I do think that Embiid will once again get off to a hot start in the first 12 minutes. I think Seth Curry will continue to shoot well. I do think the Sixers might try to get Simmons involved a little bit more. Most of the backdoor cuts in the first couple of minutes before maybe that falls apart. But I do think the Sixers, who have been very good in the first quarter throughout this series and have built up some pretty substantial leads, there's a saying that I kind of made, which is in order to blow leads, you need to have them. And I think the Sixers will have a lead after the first quarter. So the play of the day, once again, here for Friday, June 18th, is going to be on the Sixers. First quarter, -0.5 and -122 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.